What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Insight. We're just 4 days away from one of the biggest fights of 2025, the heavyweight title showdown between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane. Right now, predictions are split right down the middle. Some fans and analysts think Gane's slick technical striking gives him a real shot, even though his recent win over Volkov didn't exactly blow people away. Volkov pressed him hard, mixed up his looks, and turned it into a completely different fight compared to their first bout. And honestly, a lot of fans actually had Volkov winning that one, but that's not all. It gets crazier. Some pundits believe Aspinall is simply levels above the Frenchman and that no one in the division can touch him right now. That's exactly what former UFC champion Dominick Cruz talked about in his recent appearance on John Anake's podcast. According to Cruz, there's only one fighter who might be capable of solving the puzzle that is Tom Aspinall, and we'll get to that in a moment. Cruz broke down why Aspinall's fight IQ, composure, and complete skill set separate him from everyone else at heavyweight. Gane's wrestling still looks like a major weakness, and that's something Tom will be eager to exploit when they finally step into the octagon. But listen to this. Cruz says this might be one of those fights that completely reshapes the division depending on how it ends. Now let's roll the clip.
So if you had to send one current UFC heavyweight in the octagon to beat Tom Aspinall to like save Dojo's life, who you sending in there?
Only John Jones.
Right, and I don't know that he's active. But isn't that amazing, right? That
Only.
you know? Yeah.
There is nobody else that can threaten him, and there's nobody else that can threaten John Jones. That's why John Jones didn't fight him.
Yeah. Right.
That's why it's a imagine a blemish on John Jones' career. His ego couldn't handle it. I would hope John Jones beats him and then just goes out, you know what I mean, as the greatest ever, because that would be so. That's how impressive it would be if he could beat Aspinall. I think Aspinall would get him. So if he went out there and beat him with who he is.
Reinier De Ridder is once again under fire after being exposed for lying about his post-fight excuses. After RDR quit on the stool against Brendan Allen due to exhaustion, fans were shocked. It was totally uncharacteristic for someone known for his composure and elite grappling, but it gets worse. After the fight, RDR took to Twitter claiming he'd been battling a virus and injuries during camp. At first, a lot of fans gave him the benefit of the doubt since, he really didn't look like himself in there. But listen to this. In a recent episode of Bisping and Felder's podcast, Felder dropped a major bombshell. He revealed that during the pre-fight fighter meetings, where athletes talk with the UFC commentary team about their camp, mindset, and health, RDR looked completely fine. No signs of illness, no mention of injuries, nothing at all. Felder said he seemed healthy and ready to go, and that revelation flipped the entire story. Instead of sympathy, RDR is now facing a massive wave of backlash from the MMA community, with many fans accusing him of making excuses to protect his image after quitting. It gets crazier. Even longtime supporters are calling him out, saying honesty would have earned him respect, but doubling down with lies only made it worse. Let's dive in.
So De Ridder did tweet, but I'm still furious about that loss. Norovirus crushed me during fight week.
I talked to De Ridder, obviously, as you know, we talked to him in fighter meetings on Thursday, and he was completely fine. He was completely fine, not sick. And if he was, I'd be upset that he was literally right next to me during the fighter meeting, shaking my hand. His wife was with him. Hey, he had a bad night in the office. He got bested.
That's it.
It happens. And I'm glad to see that, the guy fought 4 times this year against really good competition, 2 main events. 2 of them went long into the 5 round. 1 went all 5 rounds. This one went into the 4th, almost into the 5th. So, De Ridder, we still love you. Go take a break, bro. Go rest up. Go enjoy the family for a little bit.
And next time, work your ass off and do shitloads of cardio.
Don't skip that cardio, man.
Doesn't matter how good you are. You get tired, you're FUCK'd. Simple as that.
Dana White has officially weighed in on the recent flare-up between Khamzat Chimaev and Petr Yan, and you can tell he's not happy about it. The whole thing started when Petr Yan said he doesn't view Khamzat as a real Russian. That comment instantly lit a fire under Chimaev, who clapped back by mocking Yan's Chinese-sounding last name. Things didn't just stay online either. Petr's manager, Sayat, confirmed the two actually had a heated face-to-face exchange, saying their conversation crossed the line. Still, Sayat added that the next time they meet, meet, it'll probably just end with a handshake to squash the beef. Of course, this kind of drama isn't ideal for Dana White or the UFC. Khamzat currently holds the middleweight belt, and Yan is 2 months away from a title shot, so this type of tension could easily complicate things. Dana admitted he's frustrated but not entirely surprised, saying Khamzat's fiery personality has led to plenty of altercations in the past. What makes this one different, though, is that Khamzat and Petr actually used to train together. They had a friendly relationship before, which makes the sudden hostility all the more surprising. Meanwhile, Petr Yan is gearing up for his rematch with Merab Dvalishvili on December 6th, a fight most fans didn't really ask for, considering how dominant Merab was the first time. Still, Merab has already run through nearly every top bantamweight, so there's not much else left in the division. Dana summed it up best. Fighters need to keep the chaos inside the octagon, and that's a message both Khamzat and Petr would be smart to remember. Now let's hear what Dana had to say.
I don't know if anybody expected him to do what he did. You don't know what to expect from that guy. It is what it is. It happened. Say it all the time. Gentlemen, we are in the fight business. We're in the fight business, and these are the things that happen. It just blows my mind. Yeah.
Brendan Schaub didn't hold back when talking about Tom Aspinall ahead of his massive fight with Cyril Gane, saying the Brit needs to finish Gane in under 2 minutes if he wants to silence the critics once and for all. Schaub's take is that if Tom really wants to prove he's the guy in the heavyweight division, he has to do it faster and more impressively than Jon Jones ever did, showing that he's the legit king of the weight class. Aspinall, though, seems locked in and confident. He's shown respect toward Gane's skill set, but made it clear he fully expects to win. He even admitted that Gane could drag him into deep waters, but said it won't matter. He's ready for everything and knows he'll come out on top. On top of that, Tom dropped a few interesting hints about a possible future move to boxing, though he stressed that's not on his radar right now. I never think too far in the future anyway. Maybe one day I'll do it if I take out the whole division. I've got some boxing experience, but I'm by no means a world-level boxer. If the opportunity comes down the line, I'll do it. For now, all eyes are on UFC 320, where Tom Aspinall is looking to make a statement and remind everyone why he's the most dangerous heavyweight in the world right now.
The marker here is win. Of course, dude, you're heavily favored. No. Of course you got to win. You have to do it more impressively than Jon Jones did, because this is the only opponent you guys have in common that now the public can go, okay, well, they did fight this guy. Jon beat him in, I think, 2 minutes. Choked him out in 2 minutes. Tom not only has to, imagine this pressure. Tom not only has to beat Cyril Gane, who's an absolute fucking French nightmare, but he has to do it more convincingly than Jon Jones. He has to do it faster and more impressive. So whether it's a knockout right away or he takes him to the mat right away, you have to beat him in under 2 minutes and go. Unfortunately, that's what Tom's dealing with. That's what Tom's dealing with. It sucks.
What do you think, MMA fans? How do you see this heavyweight title fight playing out? Do you think... At the BKFC 83 press conference yesterday, Conor McGregor said that he's been on a spiritual journey over the past few weeks and that he's now saved. Conor said the competitive fire he once had has officially returned.
I am not here just by chance. There is a higher power, God, that dictates my journey and all of our journeys. And I live my life by God's word. And since around that time that you mentioned at the last event, I've engaged on a spiritual journey. And I'm saved, I am healed. And, you know, on the back of that, the world is in for a treat. The world is in for a treat. My competitive spark that was once in my heart is now a roaring blaze. So I'm very excited. You know, I envy these men up here on this dais. They're right about to make weight, and they're to go in and enjoy and entertain and do what they were called to do, as am I called to do it. And, you know, I'm eager to get back. And right now I had to dial myself in and go inward, and that I've done. And I'm very, very excited to come back my own self.
And And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to MMA Analysts and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one from Chris Breeze 8875. People need to stop talking about the Raja situation already. It's f***ing annoying if he hasn't been locked up. Chances are he isn't. The second one from Robert Jones 9275 says, I'm gonna talk about Conor. Glad he's sober and doing something patriotic. Hope he wins. And the last one is from Sigmon M3P says, Conor would have won being president if it was 2016 or 2017, but he's a complete joke now. Those were the top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up. See you in the next video.